afternoon. Welcome to another afternoon here on Valley Spotlight.
We are always so appreciative of you spending this time with us, especially since it takes us a lot of time during the week to put together a lot of the things that we do. And for the people who are a part of our show every week, thank you for sticking with us. The holiday season is one that we're most appreciative of.
It's nuts. It is crazy, and we appreciate you folks watching. And we appreciate the moms and dads that brought their kids to hang out with us one day at Bistro 1907.
And thank you to the big guy who made some time for us. Not you.
No, different big guy.
Different big guy.
Yeah.
So we're going to get to all that, Mike.
Christmas bee without the kids. And we went, and I have an artificial tree.
Yeah, I do too.
But I'm getting sold on this natural tree thing, so we went to a Christmas tree farm to find out more about that.
I'm sure the smell will sell you.
Did you know? And there are 5 different smells for 5 different trees.
Are there really?
Yeah, wait till you see this.
Okay, all right. I'm sticking right here. But first, to bring in the holiday season, it's one of those that Mike and I have done over the years at 21 News. Joe Mineo always created our set decorations, but Joe Mineo himself, he is world-renowned for a lot of reasons, but this is how he got his start.
After a couple years of having something new, it hit me, and I had this memory of when my neighborhood friends were not available to come out and play, I would plan parties in my backyard.
Joe Mineo's backyard parties are what led him to become a name that has become synonymous with all things beautiful. Beautiful venues, beautiful parties, beautiful people, inside and out. Today he spends his days creating massive events for the world's biggest names and in the world's biggest cities.
We've been lucky to do the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the opening of Ahuja Medical Center, and we've done work for LeBron and Heinz Ward and all of those wonderful opportunities that we've had.
But all of those incredible opportunities wouldn't have existed without one special person.
We've been really blessed to be able to do a lot of really high-end events, but those aren't always the events that made an impact in my career. Clients like Flora Cafaro, who is probably the 3rd person that ever walked into our retail store and came to us and said, hey, I think I want you to do a birthday party for me. And that relationship with her, she actually is the one who got us moving and going and helped me create a name of something new in our community.
Joe paid special tribute to his friend Flora in his book, It's My Party. It's a book that lets you get a glimpse into his world.
We wanted a book that was not just a beautiful coffee table book, but we wanted it to tell a story. So it's 18 chapters of really great events from large to small, but each chapter tells a story of what our challenges were, how we conquered those, what I learned from them. And it really kind of goes through the whole experience of how I design parties, why the choices I make, good choices, bad choices, and it really does tell a nice story, and that's what I think makes it different and special.
With each decoration, each twinkle light, and every speck of glitter, Joe has the ability to envision what some of us could only dream of. He also has the ability to convey his vision to his team, and they execute it precisely. Joe Mineo Creative employs 20 people that help create experiences that set the tone for making lasting memories. This team travels between 3 locations, Youngstown, Pittsburgh, and Fort Lauderdale. This year, their creativity is on full display at Bistro 1907 by Mark Canzanetta.
It's really very special. I mean, obviously, when the new hotel opened, when Mark decided that he was going to open Bistro here, everyone in town was so excited about it, especially me, because Mark and I are so much alike in the fact that we see bigger things for Youngstown, and we see things, I hate to use the reference out of the box, but we really, that's the only way to put it, is that our mind is bigger than sometimes our checkbook, and we just try to figure out how are we going to make this happen.
And despite worldwide success, there's just something about being at home with the people who helped support him along the way.
I will tell you, so many people ask me, like, why are you in Youngstown? And I've had that for 31 years in my life, people asking me that question. And my routine comment is, it's nice being a big fish in a small pond. And sometimes people think that that's a little egotistical, to say that, but I truly believe that. We are doing things in Youngstown that no one is really doing, and I like the fact that we're doing them here.
And we just appreciate Joe making time for us to tell the story. And like we said before, Mike and I have known him many years. He did deal with cancer and beat it successfully when everybody told him that he wouldn't. And I think it's just that positive mindset, thinking outside the box, like he mentioned that he and Mark does, and he'll continue to do it for years to come.
And every time you see one of those displays, you're like, where do they put all this stuff when they're done, and how do they do it?
Right.
It takes him seconds. It would take me hours.
He's got that giant spot over in Youngstown it's like the central location for everything that they do. So
amazing.
Way to go, Joe.
All right, when we come back, are you ready for some chaos?
Always.
What do you get when you put 12 kids around a round table with frosting? It's going to be okay.
It'll be interesting, we promise you that.
We're going to visit Bistro 1907 in just a couple of minutes. Stick around.
A Youngstown holiday tradition for 30 years. Miracle on Easy Street. Join 100 singers, dancers, and Little Rascals December 14th through the 16th at the Dior. For tickets, call 744-0264 or visit youngstownsymphony.com.
Our first year at Bistro 1907 by Mark Canzonetta has been simply incredible. And for that, we are so grateful. As we greet the happiest time of the year, we invite you and your family to celebrate everything that is special with us in downtown historic Youngstown. Surround yourself in the sights and sounds of the season at Bistro 1907. Make your holiday reservations and experience the holidays with us. Merry Christmas from all of us at Bistro 1907.
'Twas a show before Christmas, and on this very station, kids are decorating cookies because they're on vacation. And we need stuff for them to do on vacation, don't we, Mark Canzonetta?
We do. They just started Thanksgiving vacation, and they're having a good time getting ready for the holidays and Santa Claus to come.
Mark is here. His pastry chef, Amanda House, too, is here. How are you, Amanda?
Good, how are you?
And your little boy is here. His name is Jack. All right.
Jack.
Let's introduce the kids before we start. All right. Cage is right there. Raise your hand, Cage. All right, good. That's Ben. Natalia, raise your hand. Mario, raise your hand. Gabe, Thomas, Bentley, Sophia, Carter, and Avery, right?
Yep.
Did I get that right?
Good, man.
Good work. All right.
Adriana and Isabella as well.
I forgot about you guys. Sorry.
Because they're the grown-ups.
They're helping.
I know.
All right, let's talk about Christmas cookies and how much fun it is to get everybody together during the holidays and do something like this.
I think it's one of the oldest family traditions that there is. Decorating Christmas cookies with your family and the kids, getting them involved, making it interactive for them, getting them excited for Santa to come. You know, and I'm blessed to have Amanda here as my pastry chef. So we're going to talk to Amanda a little bit on how she made these cookies, how she made the frosting, and it looks like her son is really going to have some issues with that shirt after the show.
That's how you do it. You just put the frosting right in your mouth.
There you go.
Skip
Like
the middleman.
cookies and just eat the frosting.
Are cutout cookies difficult?
They're not. No, they just take some time. So the cookie that I made, it's a creaming method. So you cream the butter and the sugar together till it's light and fluffy. You add your egg one at a time until it's incorporated, and then you sift in a separate bowl the flour, the baking powder for making the cookies rise, and salt, and you add that to the egg flour mix or the egg butter mix.
Do I add that in slowly, or can I just dump it in and go?
Slowly incorporate the flour into the egg and butter mix.
How come? What's the difference?
Because if you dump it all in, it's kind of just going to sit there. You kind of have to slowly incorporate it.
Yeah, because fat has to incorporate with the flour and all those things.
You want the butter and the sugar to incorporate well with the flour, so then you get a nice rise on your cookies.
Okay. And once you do it and you cut out the cookies, there's the scraps, right?
Yes, yeah. So I would say I don't roll out my cookies more than 3 times, because you roll it, you get your cutouts, and then you roll it again. After 3 times, I say roll them into balls or just bake them off so that you can try the dough. Because after that, you work the flour too many gluten, and then it's not the kind of texture you want.
So gluten's a protein that gets really tough if you ever work it.
Okay. Once I put it in the oven, first let me ask you about the oven. Are people's ovens really the temperature that it says on the back of the oven?
We all hope they are. We both have new kitchens, so we're both really hoping that our oven is like the way it's supposed to be.
How do we check?
You get an oven thermometer, the one that dangles in the bottom. You could either put it on the shelf in there, or you can hang it from the wires, and then you can calibrate your oven that way.
Okay.
It's a good way to know, even for the holidays, for your turkey, for Christmas, because then you know your oven's where it needs to be.
Okay. A lot of people peek in the oven to see how they're doing.
Put the light on and watch it through the window, but don't keep opening and closing, because then you're fluctuating the temperature, and then your cookies will come out differently.
Okay. And when we take them out of the oven, you have some tips for that too, right?
Yeah, when you take them out of the oven, the sugar cookies, leave them on the
Cookie sheet?
The cookie sheet, yeah,
Okay.
thank you. Leave them on the cookie sheet for about 2 or 3 minutes, so then that way they sit and they overcook just a little bit. That way when you take the spatula to them, they don't just fall apart on the cooling rack.
All right, you guys keep going. We'll take our little break. When we come back, we have a bit of a surprise.
We do have a little bit of a surprise. We have a special guest.
And then we're going to talk about how to pack up these cookies and make sure they're good, whether you send them somewhere for the next week or even months down the road. Be right back.
When homes are selling fast, who can ensure you'll get the most money for yours? I'm Barbara Corcoran, and I've managed agents who have sold homes for thousands of dollars over list price. The key is to hire the agent with a smart, aggressive marketing plan. In the Mahoning Valley, no agent spends more marketing dollars and creates demand quite like Kelly Warren. Her marketing attracts hundreds of buyers every month and allows her to offer a buyout plan as well as flexible fees. Go to kellysoldit.com and get top dollar for your home.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make. Only A to Z.com.
Gentile Facial Plastic and Aesthetic Laser Center leads the way in using technology to improve the way you look and feel. Dr. Gentile is excited to offer a new effective procedure, Profound, the non-invasive facelift. Call us today.
Okay. All right, we're back with our creative minds making our Christmas cookies. Everybody hold up their favorite one, their best cookie. And let's get a look at those.
I'll tell you what, Mike, I think they did a great job.
I think they're wonderful.
Did everybody have fun making the cookies?
You guys did a good job. Tips on packing them up, Amanda. Go ahead.
Airtight container. Tupperware's the best. If you're going to stack them, you make them a couple weeks before Christmas. If you're going to stack them, wax paper, let them dry out a little bit on the counter. Air dry a little bit, the frosting. Wax paper, stack them. Put them in the freezer if it's going to be more than a month. And then I wouldn't keep them in the freezer over like 4 months. After that, probably say goodbye to them.
Very good. Well, we have a special guest, a surprise guest for the kids. Is it okay if we bring him in? Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see him. It's not him, but it's another one. Let me see if he's back
Who's
here.
out here?
Come on over. Here he comes. Oh, looky here, you guys. Isn't this fun?
How is everybody?
Everybody good?
Are you guys making cookies? Are you making them for Santa so he can get bigger? Mrs. Claus told me I got to lose some weight.
Not till the 26th.
Not till the 26th.
Right. I know you have like a sixth sense about these things. If you look around, have most of these kids been pretty good?
As far as I know, early on, you've been good, and I'm sure you're going to be good the rest of the year too, right?
Yeah, don't blow it, you guys. Is everybody, raise your hand if you've been good. Raise your hand if you're not quite sure.
He's got his hands short.
Do you have a present for him?
You know what? I have something for each and every one of you.
Oh, that is so
And you know
nice.
what? It's really nice when you make those cookies and you leave them out at your house. Those heavy ones, guess where they're going?
Right there.
Right here.
What's your favorite cookie, Santa?
Yeah, do you have a favorite?
Oh, honestly, sugar cookies are my favorite.
All right.
There you
All
go.
right.
Milk for Santa, and Rudolph likes carrots. Right? Is that right?
It makes them see better at night.
There you go.
How's that?
All right, Mark, you ready to wrap this up?
I think we're ready to wrap it up. I just want to say thank you for all the kids making this such a wonderful day.
And thanks for all the moms and dads behind us that
Yes.
got up early and brought the kids over. That is so great. Anything you have to say, older kids? Happy holidays?
Happy holidays.
Very good. How about you?
Happy holidays.
All right, very good. Take care, and don't
All
forget
right,
to
everybody.
join it right here in downtown Youngstown, Bistro 1907.
Merry Christmas from Valley Spotlight.
Well, I mean, if the cookies weren't enough, Santa really made it, didn't he?
Yes. Sugar and Santa, the two S's that make any situation like that just that much better. And
A couple of the little ones
they were so cute.
didn't really want to do it and were a little bit
No.
nervous. Then they got the frosting in their hands and it just took off from there. Everything was fine. Absolutely great.
Thank you to their very patient parents as well.
Right. Who dressed them all up and have to clean
Yes.
frosting all off their
So
nice
cute.
clothes.
So cute. What's next, Michael?
When we come back, we're going to go outside into the elements and find out about Christmas trees, how you can cut them down, what's the best way to buy them, and then the best way to keep them great as you get ready for the holidays.
You want to feel as good as you want to look. You don't just want what's stylish. At the end of the day, you want to be in style but be comfortable too, and a good fit goes a long way to do that.
Has your home or business encountered burst pipes, a backed up sump pump, or a flooded basement? Call the water damage specialists at Hope Building Services. Our professionals are available 24/7 to respond to any water damage emergency. When in need, there's always hope. Call 330-393-9999.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, and that's why we took a trip today to Fodor Tree Farm here in Poland, Ohio, to talk with John and the gang about what they do. Thanks for having us, John. We appreciate it.
Yeah, great.
We're going to pick out the perfect Christmas tree. But first, sell me on the idea of a live one versus an artificial tree.
Oh, it's simple. I mean, a live tree, it's to me, it's a symbol of Christmas. It's part of the tradition. You get a live tree, it brings that smell in the house. It's a fake tree. It just looks like a fake tree. It's made of plastic. It came in a box. I mean, some people might like that convenience of that pre-lit tree, but there's nothing that beats the smell and the freshness and the feeling you get just being around a live tree.
And I didn't realize different trees smell differently. Some smell like the old pine scent, and some don't. How many different trees do you guys have?
We pretty much grow 4 to 5 different varieties of trees, a couple spruces, a couple of firs, and like you said, some are more fragrant. Like the one over my left shoulder here is a concolor fir or a white fir, and it actually has a citrus smell. So people can never remember concolor.
Right.
They come back year on year. Hey Mike, or hey John, where's that tree that smells like oranges?
Yeah, and it really does too.
It really does.
The one over my shoulder is a what?
That's a Frasier Fir.
Okay.
Now that's
popular?
That's extremely popular, and number one reason, it's kid friendly. It's super soft needles, soft to the touch.
Okay.
But the big reason is needle retention, so it's going to hold its needles the longest.
Okay. Most popular tree that you sell here?
Well, beautiful trees sell themselves.
Okay.
But everyone wants fir trees, Frasier firs, and concolors. But we still sell a lot of Colorado blue spruce. Spruces don't hold their needles as long, but they're extremely stiff branches, and they have a vibrant blue color. So people love it. It's a very traditional Christmas tree.
What's the shelf life for a live tree? Can you get them in the middle of November and expect them to last through New Year's? Or does it depend on the tree?
It definitely depends on the tree. I mean, your spruces, like I said, don't have the shelf life. 3 to 4 weeks is you're going to get a solid 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
I think when you get into the fir trees, then you're into the 5+ weeks. Even the Frasiers, when you're done with Christmas, they're still holding their needles. I mean, they hold very well. They don't drop. They don't shed. You're going to get some shed, but not a total drop.
Okay.
So the key though is really watering your tree. I mean, your tree, even though you're cutting it down, it's still live. No different than bringing fresh flowers in the house. You've got to put water in that stand every day, and you don't want to let it run dry.
All right, let's do some tips then, since we're on that subject. When I bring it home, does it matter where in the house I put the tree?
Yes, because you don't want to put it next to a heat source.
Okay.
Whether if it's right next to a fireplace, or it's directly over top or beside a vent that's blowing on all day, hot air, you're gonna wick the moisture out real fast and dry that tree out.
Okay.
It's gonna give you problems.
Then you always get that fresh cut before you leave here and take it home. Then we got to fill up the water. Does it matter if it's cold water, warm water, what kind of water you put in it?
There's a lot of myths about everything. To me, it's just getting water in there as quick as you can. If we make a fresh cut here and you go home within 8, 10, 12 hours, you get it in, I think you're okay. But if you really let them sit for a long period of time, it's going to sap over and it's going to have a hard time starting to draw moisture up.
Okay, and then how often do I got to pour that water in, or how do I know whether to, if I'm checking it and I'm doing it right?
Yeah, well, you just want to really look at it every morning. I mean, the first week the tree's in the house, it's going to drink the most water. It's going to suck up the most water, so you really just got to look at it. The bigger the tree, the more water it drinks.
Okay.
If you've got a really small container under your tree, you're going to fill it up twice a day. If it's a big bowl, you might be okay to fill it up every day. After the first week, it will slow down, and eventually it'll stop taking up water altogether, and that's usually a sign that your tree's coming to the end.
You guys have been doing this how long? How long's Fodor Tree Farm?
My dad started planting trees in the 60s, and I've been playing around with this my whole life as a hobby, and now we're growing every year into a much bigger and bigger business.
Yeah, and I'm sure you see some of the same folks year after year. How's that make you feel when they come back?
Oh, it's fantastic when you see people come year on year, to when the kids are small to growing up, and you start seeing the letter jackets. They're in high school now, they're off to college, and you see a lot of that now too, where the the families get back together, and now the families grow because it's the boyfriend's coming home, the girlfriend's coming home, the kids are with them. So that family of 4 or 5 is now 10 and 12, and it's a great tradition, and we welcome people. Love to see them come back.
Good luck to you guys. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, appreciate you coming out.
Happy holidays.
Michael, are you telling me there's a Christmas tree that smells like oranges?
It does. It's citrusy. I'm not
It
kidding.
does?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It is cool. And there are a bunch of different, I didn't know there were 5 different kinds of Christmas trees at that particular farm.
He called me after the day. He's like, wait till you see this. I was like, I'm going to wait till the day of the show. And you're right. We did learn something. So
Western Reserve Road, if you get off on 680, you take a left, and it's on the left-hand side. Keep a close eye, though, because it sneaks up on you on the left.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
All right. So when we were kids, I don't know if you thought about this, but every time we'd go to the mall, I'm from Chicago, and it was the same kind of stores up there than there were here.
Right.
You know, Victoria's Secret or Abercrombie and Fitch.
Old Navy.
Right. The same old things. But the mall that we're going to visit today, the Eastwood Mall, they're taking a different approach when it comes to some of the boutique type of stores that they're now inviting to be a part of their mall organization. The whole idea is to give independent shop owners a chance to reconnect with their customers face to face.
We see the headlines almost daily. Big name retailers pulling out of shopping malls all over the country. These malls become like ghost towns. But that is not the case at Eastwood Mall. This mall, like many others, is opening its doors to independent local business owners who are changing the conventional shopping trip for the better. Gracie Lane offers eclectic, hard-to-find gift items. This is their flagship store, and now they officially have 6 retail locations. Everything Buckeyes continues to thrive. And Quick Fix has been in business for 38 years fixing watches and jewelry. And now they've added to their offerings, incorporating everything you would need to embrace the world of essential oils. And now ladies looking for those must-have fashion items no longer have to travel elsewhere to find something special.
I think what's really nice is when you go to the larger cities, or you go to Chagrin Falls in Cleveland, right? You go down into Columbus, you go to New York City, you see a lot of boutiques, a lot of those little specialty stores, those nooks and crannies that everybody loves, kind of brings out the fashionista in you. Everybody has an individual style. They all do have a fashionista. So some of them like that casual look, somebody like a business casual, somebody like to dress up. And it hits every age, so it's timeless, any age. You come in, you're younger, you're older, there's something for you. I think the big miss in our area was we didn't have anything like that. So putting this boutique in the mall is giving the customers here something that they've wanted, that they've had to travel far to get to, but now they can come local and be able to get a taste of that.
Ann Garris has shopped at the Eastwood Mall for years, but this trip was different thanks to retailers like Coral Rose.
Well, I like that you can be an individual. So many of the chain stores, anywhere you go, you're going to find what you're wearing on somebody else. Where the nice little boutique places here, you can find exactly what you want that fits your style. And when you go out, you know nobody else is going to look like you, which is a lot of fun. And you can still come to the mall and be able to shop for your kids and shop for your parents and anyone else that's on your list and still get something fun for you.
So as you shop this holiday season, look around your mall and take a moment to notice the businesses who are making it their business to cater to their customer directly.
I think they love the service that they get. You get a lot of special individualized attention here. Our girls get to know who the people are. They get to know people by name. They get to know their style. We take a lot of feedback in. So the product that we purchase really comes from a lot of the feedback of what people are saying, this is what I'd like to have, or can you get this for me? So we've done a lot of ordering and future product coming in that accommodates the customers who are in our door.
I don't know about you, Michael, but me shopping online, like I don't really do it that much.
I'm scared of it.
I like to go to the store. I like to feel it. I like to see it. And
Try
I like
it
to
on.
I like to have somebody else's opinion.
Yep. And
And they do such a wonderful job. So it's good to see all of these local types of stores, coming back to our malls and giving them life again. So.
Yep. Hey, we're going to visit with our realty expert when we come back. Stick around.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Four Seasons.
Don't miss Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical, Jersey Boys, the behind-the-scenes story of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, coming to Powers Auditorium April 22nd and 23rd, 2019. Tickets are on sale now at youngstownsymphony.com. At Salvatore's, we specialize in bringing families together. Join us over the holidays to enjoy our daily specials, fresh seafood dishes, steaks, and all of your favorite pasta classics. In December, when you buy a $100 gift card, get a $20 gift card free, and if you buy a $50 gift card, get a $10 gift card free.
One of the neat things about hanging out with Kelly Warren is you get to come into these beautiful homes that are vacant and talk more about them. And this family left some drinks in the bar, so we'll take care of that later. Anyway, Kelly, good to have you back. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.
One of the neat things about selling homes or buying homes is when you're looking at a home, you always envision, what don't I have and what do I want? What's my dream home about? And when we get to the holidays, people want to be able to have people over and entertain a little bit.
Right.
And you need the space to do it.
Right.
We're kind of in a man cave area here.
We are.
Which is fantastic. But that plays well the holiday time, doesn't it?
Yes. Buyers are looking for all sorts of additional living spaces, places to entertain, places for their lives. So the basement's a great place to do that. You can finish the space into anything that your family needs. A bar, a theater room, a man cave, a rec room, a family room, exercise rooms, second living spaces, additional bedroom spaces, even if it's a walkout or something.
And then upstairs, we're going to show you a beautiful living space, big, wide open areas. How important is that?
Very important, especially for the holiday gatherings. So as buyers are looking right now, they're thinking about those times a year because that's what we're into. So they're looking at the big kitchens, the additional family rooms, the formal dining rooms, rooms that you can open up. If you've got a sunroom off of the kitchen and you can open that space up and make the room in the area feel larger, even cool off your guests when you've got a house full of people.
Right, crack a window.
Right.
Because you know how to guess. Everybody always congregates right in the kitchen around that island. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes, well, that's you're serving food, you're serving love, you're entertaining. It's a part of life.
I've noticed that this house is vacant, and some people stage their homes and things like that. How important is it to pick one or the other, either have it vacant or put furniture in it?
Well, so there's not a wrong answer there. Either way is nice. You don't want that middle space. You don't want it to look like a bachelor pad where you've got a recliner and a couple of boxes and a leftover bed. If you're moving out, take everything, leave the house empty. It's a blank canvas for the buyers to see. And if you're occupying the house, look at it. The way that you live might not be the perfect way to sell the house. You may need to remove a piece of furniture or add something else to the room to make it welcoming for showings.
She's so good. If you would like to get a hold of her or maybe find out about this house, perfectly okay with us. Give them the website in case people want to get in touch.
This home is for sale. This is 1080 Eagle Trace, and you can find it online at kellysoldit.com.
Very good. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And happy holidays and happy entertaining.
She makes it look so easy.
I know.
Yeah. Good
And
advice.
just so you know, we took all the booze and put it back in the cooler and walked away.
Really?
Yes, we did.
Shocking. Sorry.
All right, let's make it a smidge more family friendly here at the end and see the kids one more time.
Thank you always, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
I think that's all of them.
You can watch us on valleyspotlight.com, Facebook,
Instagram,
and am I forgetting anything?
Twitter.
And Twitter is what I was going to say. Oh, there you
Twitter.
go.
There you go.
Have a good day.